What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So this is going to be your review for Power Ghost Book 2, Season 4, Episode 8, I think. I think we only have 2 more episodes left after this one. So we start this episode off. They doing a whole tribute to the fallen soldier, you know, Detective Crackhead. But Nico ain't buying it, right? Nico really feels like it's more to the story than what's being said, because Carter made it seem like it was just a car accident, and you know she was unalived upon impact. I don't even want to listen. I'm not even gonna question it at this point. We're just gonna roll with Carter was able to do enough to doctor it up to fool a medical examiner that this lady died in a car accident instead of a skillet to the head. But whatever, child. I'm not even going. We're just gonna roll on past it, okay? But Nico ain't buying it. So, you know, Carter's like, look, I know in our line of work you want to question things, but it just this just happened the way it happened, and you know, life is the way it is sometimes. So then we see Monet and Tariq meet up. And I know y'all are sick of me talking about Mary J. Blige and this badass acting. But Mary J. Blige and this badass acting, okay? And it made Tariq Michael Rainey, who we know is a great actor, in this scene, not so much. See, when a bad actor get with a good actor, sometimes the bad actor rub off on the good actor. But that whole scene was like, yo, man, we got to get a B. Yo, man, what's up, B? Yeah, man, we got to go to Noma. Oh, man. She was like, my baby girl ain't my baby girl no more. This thing messing her up. Tariq was like, well, she got to let that go. Regret is for civilians. I was like, this dialogue is so, ugh. But neither here nor there. Diana is screwed up behind this situation. Now she feeling like, oh, I made him an orphan, and what can I do? And she going down to the orphanage to visit the baby. She's scrolling social media. Child, Diana, moving right along. Moving right along. We'll get to Diana later. But they decide that what they're going to do is go to Noma, Monet and Tariq, let Noma know that Carter is after her, and basically let Noma and Kane take her out, which is what the plan is. Well, they ain't really buying it, because Noma asked a really good question. What exactly does he know about my organization? Because depending on what he knows is going to dictate how I respond. Because how do y'all know? And what does he know? And the fact that they couldn't answer that question, and Monet was like, well, why the fuck does it matter? I'm telling you, I'm bringing you a gift. And Noma was like, yeah, okay, I ain't jumping just because you say I need to jump, because you can't even tell me what he knows and what he doesn't know. And I'm with Noma on that one, because Noma asked him 2 or 3 times, and neither one of them could really answer the question. Well, of course, while they're there, Noma lets Monet know that her and Kane are getting married. She flashes this big-ass diamond ring. And, of course, Monet responds the way you would expect Monet to respond. You know, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what you doing marrying her, and you just letting yourself being whooped, and you gonna let this woman drag you around by the nose hair? Like, I'm out of here. So then they call Method Man over there, and they have Method Man. They want to know what exactly what Carter knows about the organization. Well, of course, now it's Kane's turn to wave it in Method Man's face that the two of them are getting married. Now, to be honest, Method Man and Kane, they ended up having a who's this bigger conversation back and forth. I don't really think that Method Man is really in his feelings about Noma. Like, I really don't think he was falling in love, but I do think that Method Man felt like Noma would trust him more than Kane in this situation, because he's more polished than Kane, and he probably can give her more than Kane can. But I don't really think he was in love with Noma. I don't really think that he was trying to be with Noma. I think it really was just about whose is bigger. You know what I mean? It's a pride thing. You know, men get into this contest. They don't even be wanting a woman. It's just about making sure the other person don't have a woman. You know? Now, while this is going on, Tariq and Braden is packing up, and he's going to move in with his girlfriend. Now, first of all, he says, I'm packing up, I'm finally leaving. And then he says, I'm going to see if she wants to live with me. So you ain't even asked her if she wants to live with you, but you done packed up and you I mean, did you already get an apartment? Did you pay first and last month's rent? Who did your credit check? How are you moving out of the dorm? Like, I understand that you have money, but y'all no longer have a stern that can doctor stuff up for y'all at this point. How you get an apartment, bruh? Not only are you a college student, well, no, you're not a college student. You got kicked out of school. So not only are you not a college student, you're not gainfully employed, and your parents, your family is no longer has the influence to help you do the things. But again, we're not going to deal with the little things like common sense. Let's just keep going. He gets to his girlfriend's dorm room, and light skinned Keisha is there and says, "Help! She needs help." The girl then overdosed, and so they end up calling the police. I mean 911, and she's in the hospital. Um, we find out that she took some stuff that was laced with fentanyl. So of course Braden knows it ain't his stuff because they don't lace their stuff. Now we'll come back to that in a minute. Now, Noma's apartment was a very popular place today. Method Man is there and he's trying to give Noma the paperwork she needs, the prenups and all of that stuff for this fake ass marriage to Kane. Also, he lets her know that he's got a new dirty politician for her, somebody in the State Department that's gonna hook her up, and he sets up a meeting with this guy. Next thing you know, here come Effie. Now she didn't ask Effie to set up a social media account for Kane and backdate it to try to make it look legit. Now here's the reality of the situation. Just like Effie tried to tell her, and of course she's flashing the ring in Effie's face. So everybody trying to make somebody else jealous in this situation. But she's flashing the ring in Effie's face, and Effie is like, I mean, whatever, I can do what you want me to do, but please understand that all somebody has to do is look real hard and they're going to see how fake it is. Like, you don't think that the State Department or whoever it is, immigration, whoever these people are that look at that stuff, it would be better for Kane to just continue not having social media? Because contrary to popular belief, there are people who do not have social media. I have friends who have absolutely no social media, like none. So it is real, like that people could just not have social media. You'll be better off trying to add pictures within the last couple of months of the two of y'all on your social media showing that y'all are dating. But that wouldn't be a hard thing to explain. But neither here nor there. They got Effie working on setting up all of these social media accounts and backdating pictures and all this other stuff to try to sell the relationship. Okay. And of course, Effie, she's trying to make Effie jealous, and Effie won't give her the satisfaction. I ain't even mad at Effie for that, because she ain't even going to give Effie the satisfaction. And I'm here for that, right? Don't give her the satisfaction of letting her see you sweat, okay? So now, while this is going on, Monet and Tariq confront Method Man Davis about helping them out to try to get Noma. And Davis is like, wait a minute, that's my client. And Tariq was like, yo, bruh, I'm the one that put you on. I'm the one that put you in this whole situation. So how in the world, like, your loyalty should be to me. So they have this whole scene back and forth when at the end Davis says, well, my loyalty is to you, whatever. While this is going on, Carter gives Drew the keys to the kingdom. He gives Drew all of Zion's operations. He gives him the Fight Club and I guess his drug operation. So we see Drew, I guess he's the man all of a sudden. Whatever. Method Man ends up giving Monet and Tariq the information on the State Department and what it is that Noma is really trying to get, like what her Achilles heel is, so they can take it back to Carter. So that's exactly what they do. They end up giving Carter that information to let Carter know, look, this is what Noma is trying to get. This is, and Noma has a meeting on such and such a day at such and such a time with this person to try to set up the bribe. And basically they're like, so is that it? Are we done? Have we, fulfilled our contractual obligations? And Carter was like, y'all don't get it. Y'all work for me until I say y'all don't work for me. Like, I don't care how much y'all bring me. I don't care how much information y'all bring me. Y'all work for me. And that is it. And that is all. So Kane goes to visit Drew down to the Fight Club. And once again, they have to do a who's what is bigger, back and forth, big brother, little brother style. And basically Drew lets Kane know, look, I'm working for Carter because I'm trying to keep the family out of as much as I can. Like, I'm basically taking the bullet for Carter. And then Kane is like, but you his do boy. You really ain't taking they go back and forth, child. I don't care. Noma is talking to her daughter, and she decides to come clean with her daughter. And she lets the daughter know, because she's like, why are you marrying Kane? Like, what the hell? So she lets the daughter know, look, your daddy was a drug dealer, okay? He was a drug dealer. I didn't know he was a drug dealer until we were already married, which is why I left him. And right now, things are just way too complicated in Europe. And that's why, I need to set up my businesses here in America. And Kane is going to help me do that. Like, it is what it is. So I need you to just, play nice. She goes to visit Kane, which, why? I don't even understand the purpose of that visit, for her to go visit Kane, for them to go back and forth, just for Kane to end up giving her some money and tell her to go shopping. And she was like, well, I'm not going to call you daddy. Who gives a fuck? Like, that whole scene was just unnecessary. But anyway, because what did you expect Kane to say? Monet goes to visit Kane, and once again is trying to talk to Kane about, why are you working for this woman? Why are you letting this woman, control you like that? Like, I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to look out for the family. And again, the conversation is just, it's just a recycling of conversations that we've had over the years. It's just classic Monet and Kane. Can y'all tell I'm ready for this show to be over? Because half of these scenes are scenes we've already seen. They just rework the dialogue. Like, Kane is gonna work for Noma, because he finally feel like he getting a little bit of respect, and he getting a little poom poom on the side too. Monet, there's really nothing you can say or do that's gonna pull him away. She has the same conversation with Drew, and now what I find to be very funny is she's trying to convince Drew not to work for Carter. Like, how could you do that? How could you be working for Carter? And Drew is trying to explain to her, bruh, ma'am, mama, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help the family out. And she has the nerve to say, well, what about your art? What about getting out of the business? You mean the way he was trying to get out of the business the whole first 3 seasons of this show, and you wouldn't let him? You mean every time he told you he wanted to do art and you told him how stupid he was and he needed to work for the family? You mean, so now all of a sudden, it's what about your art? Now all of a sudden, it's what about getting out of the business? See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't with y'all. Now, Monet, you care? So then we see Diana talking to Tariq about the baby. Tariq, I mean, he doing his best to try to pretend like he care, but y'all know Tariq really don't care. So then they get to kissing, and she said, well, maybe we can get back together. But she basically just wants a baby. She wants to replace the baby that she lost. Tariq reaches for the condoms, and she's like, what we need them for? And he was like, what you mean what we need them for? We ain't trying to end up back where we were. Mind you, Tariq will sleep with you, but he ain't trying to have another baby by you. Like, that ain't what he's trying to do. So, of course, she gets mad and she runs off. And Tariq is like, what did I do wrong? Like, what's the problem? Monet, I'm all over the place, but Monet and Tariq deliver the information to Carter. Oh, I already told y'all that part. My bad. I'm not out of the loop. My bad. Look, I'm just trying to make sure I cover all the hot spots. Okay. Kane tries to talk to Effie, and Effie is like, bruh, look, I'm not even mad that you marrying her. Like, if you tell me it's business, I get it that it's business. But why didn't I hear from you? Like, why did I have to hear from her? And why did you basically allow her to embarrass me or try to embarrass me by flashing it in my face? Like, that's my issue. Because, again, Effie's not stupid. And I think Effie would have understood from that perspective. But why did she have to hear it the way she heard it? I feel the same way. I understand where Effie coming from. Drew heads to work only to find out that the business has been built, the building has been built, and the business is shut down until they can find a new building. Come to find out, Kane bought the building. So Drew breaks into Kane's office to find information on a shipment coming in with some illegal weapons. So he gives that information to Carter. So Carter sets up a sting to intercept the weapons. And at the same time, he is set up and he's got a bug on the meeting with Noma. Now, what what Tariq and Monet figured out is Noma didn't take the bait. So now they say instead of us letting you know that Carter is looking for you, now we're gonna have to flip it and we have to scare Noma and Kane into thinking that Carter absolutely knows what's going on in their business. So what they did was they let Carter know about the meeting with the crooked politician just for Davis to swoop in and save her and let her know, hey, they bugging you. The feds are looking. Watch. Look, look, look. And she was like, wait a minute. What? How did they know this? How did they know? So now she actually believes that Monet and what Monet and Tariq said, but that still doesn't make her go to Monet and Tariq. What they decided to do was go to Carter's organization and see if they can flip one of his soldiers. Well, in walks Nico. So Nico actually charged them $50,000 just to have the conversation to try and flip him. Because he was like, let me hear what you got to say. So they break down what it is they're trying to do. They break down the whole situation on on Carter's operation and what they're trying to do. So he basically tells them that he wants $500,000 to flip, and that he'll get in touch with them soon to let them know uh, where they could deliver his funds if he really wants something from them. But what he ends up doing is he ends up doubling back to Carter and let Carter know, look, they tried to flip me. I ain't go. Now, he ain't telling him about that $50,000 he took for the meeting. But I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you for not telling him about that $50,000. He don't need to know everything. But you did go let Carter know that they was trying to flip you and that they was on it. So, of course, now Carter. So, the thing is, Monet and Tariq have been trying to spend this whole episode trying to get Carter and Noma to basically destroy each other and leave them, and they be on the sideline in the clear. And honestly, the exact opposite happened, but we'll get there in a second. We have a college scene, which we ain't seen one of these in about 3 episodes, and I still don't care. They're talking about evil and can evil exist. Child, evil is right there in your classroom, okay? Tariq, St. Patrick, and Effie. On your left and on your right. Evil is right there. So class is over. Diana is talking to Briche, a.k.a. light-skinned Keisha. Now, mind you, she was the one that told the whole school that you was pregnant. But you having another conversation with her, basically telling her that you want to get pregnant again, and you tried to get up with Tariq, but Tariq wasn't with it. And she says, listen, it's not crazy for you to want to try to replace the baby you lost. Like, I get it. But, girl, chill out, is what she basically told her. Like, you don't need Tariq. You don't need to get caught back up in that. Like, you really dodged the bullet. Chill out. Then we see Effie. We have the scene between Effie and her mother, which is the scene that we needed 3 seasons ago. I'll be honest with you, I do not care anymore. I do not care about Effie and her mom. The best part about this scene was that was my girl from The Sopranos. That is it and that is all. Because I love her. But outside of that, I could care less about any of this. So we find out that Effie left her mama because her mama's husband was molesting her and the mama chose the man over her. And now the man done left her mama and she needs some money. And they have this whole scene where basically Effie tells her mama, baby, if you was on fire, I wouldn't spit on you. If I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't give you 1 cent. There's absolutely, positively nothing you can say and or do to make me give a fuck about you. And then her mama tells her, you're just a cold-hearted bitch. Well, usually people feel that way when they don't get what they want out of you. So, okay, I'll be your cold-hearted bitch. So Braden and Tariq, Braden set up his girlfriend's drug dealer. He got into her phone, found out who the last person she was texting to try and get some drugs from, set him up, and he takes Tariq with him, and he tells Tariq, well, we just gonna beat him up a little bit. We just gonna scare him a little bit. But of course, Braden, who was high off of, his own stuff, he shows up, and they basically end up killing that man because they make him sniff enough of his own coke that's laced with fentanyl that he ends up ODing on his own shit. So Brayden goes back to the girlfriend like, I did that. Look at what I did for you, because she's out of the coma and she's okay now. She's going to make a full recovery. And she tells him, what did you do? He said, I did what I was supposed to do as a boyfriend. I took care of that. She was like, did you kill him? Braden was like, I did what I was supposed to do. She said, I'm not happy about that. Like, I don't find that, I don't find that, that's not what I wanted. Like, get out of here. Like, I didn't want you out here killing people on my behalf. Don't do that. So, I guess that's done. So, in this last scene of the episode, what we see is Carter and Noma linking up and basically realizing that Monet and Tariq have been playing them against each other this whole time. So now the two of them are going to link up to go after Monet and Tariq. Let me know what y'all think. Talk to y'all later. Peace.